I sympathize with this comment so much, and I've made multiple videos in the past about what happens if you don't pay your student loans. But I think now is a great time to reemphasize what happens if you don't pay your student loans because a lot of people think, well, it just hurts my credit, whatever. Well, there is a lot more than just hurting your credit. So, first off, on the student loans specifically, the government has a ton of power to collect on your student loans. What this means is automatically, once you hit 270 days of not paying your student loans, the IRS will get a notice and they'll send that to all the state governments, and they will automatically start taking things like tax refunds. They could take things like disability and social security payments. And yes, they can't take it all. People will say, oh, it's like 15%. Yeah, that's still a good chunk of your money. They can also start garnishing your wages, and in some circumstances, they can go after other assets. But that actually isn't even the most destructive thing to your personal finances. It's actually your credit score. And what I mean by this is a lot of people don't realize how much your credit score impacts the cost of everything else in your life. It impacts the cost of your car insurance, your homeowner's insurance, the ability to get a mortgage, pay your credit cards. Even things like if you want to move houses, your landlord might require a bigger security deposit, or they might not even rent to you because you have bad credit. They also might have a problem getting your utilities turned on. The utility companies might require a deposit. Cell phone plans, right? Your cell phone might require a huge deposit. Pretty soon, you've realized, oh, and you can't even get a bank account. A lot of banks these days start running credit checks on their customers, or they start closing customers' accounts if they're concerned about their credit history. So, like, you might think you're good, and then all of a sudden your bank's like, we don't want to do business with you anymore. It's crazy how much a bad credit score can cost you in the rest of your life. And so you think you're getting out of, let's just say the average student loan payment, $300 to $400 a month. That's the average standard repayment plan payment. Most people see the cost of the rest of their life increase by that much, if not more. And so it's really silly to not pay your student loans because of that. And then you have to realize things like when they do take your tax refunds and they do garnish your wages, all of that doesn't even go to your student loans. It ends up going to collection costs and accrued interest. And so, like, every year they take your tax refund, and every year your loan balance keeps going up. And so you're not even making any progress, and you get inside this cycle of just staying in default. It's really terrible. So I highly, highly recommend that you don't do this. Pay your student loans, especially if you have the income driven repayment plan. And if you're on forbearance, it doesn't even matter right now. So please keep this in mind. Pay your student loans.